Hello, friends, and welcome. My name is Phil Rose, and I'm the Director of Spiritual Life here at Episcopal Homes, and one of the chaplains and one of your priests. I'm glad to be with you today. Since the pandemic began, we've been doing Good Afternoon and Good Morning with Spiritual Life, and most of those have taken place in the Lee Chapel. While the last week or so, I'm sure you've noticed that we're no longer doing things in the Lee Chapel. And sadly, that's because we have had an influx of COVID-19 in the Episcopal Church home. We currently have a little over 20 people who have COVID-19, and sadly, we have had two more that have died from COVID-19. So today, I am coming to you from my home and my backyard labyrinth, something that my wife Cheryl and I have done since the pandemic began to pray for the world, to pray for those who have COVID, and especially to pray for those of Episcopal Homes, my community, and St. Richard's, my wife's community, to pray for those who are dealing with the virus day to day. Prayer is what we can do for many of us at this time. We are so grateful for the first responders who are doing everything they can to help people to recover, to be a companion to those who are dying when chaplains and family are unable to be there. So we know that prayer is so important. So we've had this ritual of walking this labyrinth each day to pray for the world and, as I said, to pray for our communities. Today, for Good Afternoons with Spiritual Life, I want to do something a little bit different. I'm going to introduce two short films that are musical pieces. The first one, it's actually really not a musical piece, but it is a poem written by Christine Walters Painter. Christine is a very unique woman. She is the abbess of the Abbey of the Arts um, site and monastery, if you will. And she is a really good writer with a deep spiritual heart. And she has written a praise song for the pandemic. And that, of course, may seem oxymoronic to have a praise song for this pandemic. But I invite you to listen to what she has to say and where she finds things to be grateful for and things that she offers praise for in the midst of the pandemic. And then there's a second piece called May Peace Become You. And I think it is the call of all of us during this pandemic to be called to become peaceful people, to become people of prayer. As I've said, for many of us, that is the thing we can do. We can pray. We can pray for families, and we can pray for individuals that have the COVID-19. We can also pray for the first responders and the nurses aides and the janitors and the food service people that are providing a quality of life for those who are dealing with this illness. So I invite you to listen to these two pieces prayerfully and reflectively, and may you have a good rest of your day.
Praise be the nurses and doctors, every medical staff bent over flesh to offer care, for lives saved and lives lost, for showing up either way. Praise for the farmers tilling soil, planting seeds so food can grow, an act of hope if ever there was. Praise be the janitors and garbage collectors, the grocery store clerks and the truck drivers barreling through long, quiet nights. Give thanks for bus drivers, delivery persons, postal workers, and all those keeping an eye on water, gas, and electricity. Blessings on our leaders making hard choices for the common good, offering words of assurance. Celebrate the scientists working away to understand the thing that plagues us, to find an antidote, and all the medicine makers. Praise be the journalists keeping us informed. Praise be the teachers finding new ways to educate children from afar, and blessings on parents holding it together for them. Blessed are the elderly and those with weakened immune systems, all those who worry for their health. Praise for those who stay at home to protect them. Blessed are the domestic violence victims on lockdown with abusers, the homeless and refugees. Praise for the artists and poets, the singers and storytellers, all those who nourish with words and sound and color. Blessed are the ministers and therapists of every kind, bringing words of comfort. Blessed are the ones whose jobs are lost, who have no savings, who feel fear of the unknown gnawing. Blessed are those in grief, especially who mourn alone. Blessed are those who have passed into the great night. Praise for police and firefighters, paramedics, and all who work to keep us safe. Praise for all the workers and caregivers of every kind. Praise for the sound of notifications, messages from friends reaching across the distance. Give thanks for laughter and kindness. Praise be our four-footed companions with no forethought or anxiety, responding only in love. Praise for the seas and rivers, forests and stones who teach us to endure. Give thanks for your ancestors, for the wars and plagues they endured and survived. Their resilience is in your bones, your blood. Blessed is the water that flows over our hands and the soap that helps keep them clean, each time a baptism. Praise every moment of stillness and silence so new voices can be heard. Praise the chants at slowness. Praise be the birds who continue to sing the sky awake each day. Praise for the primrose poking yellow petals from dark earth. Blessed is the air clearing overhead so one day we can breathe deeply again. And when this has passed, may we say that love spread more quickly than any virus ever could. May we say this was not just an ending, but also a place to begin.
When